Dear students, this is the great pictures of the students, and they are the smiling. The reason is why they are the smiling. There are the number of the reasons, but one of the best reasons, those students got the scholarship. And if the scholarship is more than the 1 lakh US dollar, definitely the kind of the smile faces will be in the same fashions. Number of the scholarships students are applying for the fellowship, they are applying. Even there are some foundation like we could say the foundation of the Mahindra, then Tata Sons, Aga Khan. These are the philanthropic foundations. They promote the students who are not financially more eligible to apply. Not eligible, we could say, but not able. They doesn't have that the capabilities also. In the same scenario, in the same line, today we're going to have the total outline about the Inlaks Foundation, Inlaks Foundation Scholarship primary parameters. In terms of parameters, the students who could apply, which streams or which subject will not be the part of this Inlaks Foundations, what are the selection procedure, in which conditions students should be considered the proper place to apply for conditions, whether the graduation students, undergraduate students, this all parameter we're going to consider for the Inlaks Foundations, Inlaks scholarships also. Now, just I mentions to whom the young Indian graduate, definitely young Indian graduate, more not each and everybody, who has the great potential, who has the characters, who has the exceptional academic record, and along with the promote to fulfill their own potential, the scholarships comes in the pictures. Now, Inlaks scholarships, now next questions comes in the mind of the students. The scholarships allow the students to grow in their crucial time of the developing. And just as mentions the overseas studies for the top rated universities and institutions, mostly United Kingdoms, the institutions and top rated institute from the United States of America and the European countries also. Second parameters, as this is a promotion thing, making the students the future vehicle for the positive change in their environment also. Meaning, what is the meaning? If I get the 1 lakh US dollar scholarship from Inlaks Foundation, definitely I believe it's my duty to give back to my society, to give back to my country. And this is the potential, the future potential through this Inlaks Foundation try their best way to promote in students' minds also. Now, Inlaks scholarships, this is the most important criteria. The course abroad studies, the universities you are choosing, meaning the durations and values, or which durations and the values we're going to consider. This is the most important thing we have to understand. The students who are applying this duration of this course must be between 9 months to the 4 years. This is criteria also. Minimum 9 months to the 4 years. Then questions, the maximum scholarship they allotted to the students. Just I mentioned, this is a 1 lakh USD dollars. And what is the coverage of this scholarship? Definitely your tuition fees. Then it will going to consider your health insurance at the 1 airways throughout your course. Definitely 1 airways they will going to consider as a part of the scholarship amount also. And your expenditure, though it has the own limitations, but this is not the part to discuss in this videos also. Next points comes in the features. What are the eligibility criteria? That is most important things, eligibility criteria. Though there are a number of eligibility criteria, but one by one we're going to discuss about the major eligibility criteria. First, definitely Indian citizens with Indian passport, resident of India. This is the very formal but technical requirement we must be able. Second criteria, though it is for the 2025 the admission procedures, mostly completion of the graduations year in Indian context is 21 years. According to the Inlaks Foundation, maximum year permitted to the students they could apply for the Inlaks Foundation is not more than 30 years. That one thing we have to understand. Even the final year students, yes, degree is essential, but final year students would definitely apply for the, or they are waiting for their result, could apply for these applications, apply for the scholarships also. Next point, one thing, there are the few students from the India, they completed their undergraduate in abroad studies. Even they are the part of the application of the Inlaks Foundation Society and scholarships also. But the conditional thing is that at least they have the employing or the school education in India for continuously 2 years. This is the one condition we have to be the understand. Next most important criteria is the educational criteria. Education criteria playing very important part. What are the education criteria? We have to understand. First, subject. Inlaks Foundation is mostly considered about the art subject, social sciences subject. For example, like this social sciences, humanities, law, fine art, and architecture's related subject. The CGPA and overall score, it is more than 65%. If you consider the CGPA score is clearly mentions it is 6.8. And regarding of the GPA, out of the 4 must be the 2.6. But when the students consider for applying the mathematics, students consider for the applications for the science and environment and the related subject, their overall percentage is near about 70%. CGPA 7.2 and the GPA is definitely very high, they needed is the 3. And this is one considered criteria students should be learned. Those students want to apply for the Inlaks Foundation, they have to good academic record. Overall, throughout the GPA, throughout the CGPA, and percentage in Indian context is very important. Since 1976, they are trying to give the $1 lakh scholarship to the students for the social science, mathematics, the related, the humanities subject, the fine arts, and architecture related subject. They have to be maintain the good academic record. This is the one eligibility for this one subject. Now, apart from this eligibility criteria, there are the some criteria the students must be aware about for the Inlaks Foundations. One thing is the before the primary registration course chosen at the time of the applications, the applicants without evidences of the admissions. Therefore, this is a very important things. You need to have the course, you need to have the each university which are applicant, and the admission procedure, that is a part important. It is mentioned, everything is mentioned in the conditional letters. Those students apply for the particular university. Therefore, to apply for this scholarship, you need to have the conditional letters. Second criteria, even in some conditional letter, English language certification, if it is clearly mentions, then this Inlaks Foundation Selection Committee, they will looking towards that aspect also. There are some conditional letters, they clearly mention the student should complete the English certification courses for pursuing their the admission or pursuing their the courses. In that case, this selection committee will going to look towards the selections for the English language certification courses, and they have to be completed. Third criteria is most important. By somehow, if some students conditional letter is differ, maybe unknown reasons or maybe the formal reasons, in that case students should show we need to have the eligible documents for this year or maybe the next year. If it is differ, this document need to student to should submit it. Next criteria, and that is most important things, exclusion. Which subject or which student should not be the considered to apply for the Inlaks Foundation, Inlaks Lasani Foundation Scholarship. These are the first criteria. Now, the applicants who are pursuing the postgraduate qualifications, this is the most important things. We will not going to consider as a PhD in abroad. Means if some students pursuing the MS from the UK or the USA, from European countries, or PhD doctorate from these countries, will not be the part to apply for the scholarships also. Second criteria is most important. Those students already started their MS in abroad studies, even their application part will not be the part of this Inlaks Foundation's scholarships also. Second criteria, and that is second criteria is most important, and this is the list of the subject. Which subject will not be the part of Inlaks Foundation scholarship? This is clearly mentioned. Business and finance will not be the part. Then we have the computer sciences, fashion designing, the film and animations, then hospitality and tourism industries, then Indian studies without the contemporary relevance, then management studies, even the medicines, the dentistry or related courses also, and even the public health also. But there are this some asterisk which is mentioned for the engineering. Now, London, which have the empirical college, that is the most important things, empirical college in London. If the students got the admissions in empirical college of London or environmental engineering or the environment only in empirical college, then their application will be considered by the selection committee. That one thing we have to be understand. Next things regarding here the film and animation courses also. Film and animation is not the part of the considerations for the Inlaks Foundation scholarship, but the documentary, film documentary, if this is the course, then definitely such type of the student should be the part of their application should be in considerations also. Film documentary, if you are preparing for the MS degree in film documentary, it will be going to be the consider for the scholarship purpose also. And music, the third point, though music will not be the part of this scholarship, but the music, Western classical music. Someone want to do the MS degree in the MS Western classical music, definitely they will go into the consider for this education. If the Inlaks Social Foundations has the joint scholarship, if some courses is beyond the more than the $1 lakh US, with through the joint scholarship, the students must apply or must get the admissions. There are the 4 colleges which is listed down in their scholarships also, like the Empirical College of London, then King's College of London, Royal College of the Arts in London, and the Hertie School in the Berlin in Germany. These are the Inlaks Foundation has the joint scholarship. Even in that case, definitely, if your durations is within 9 months to the 4 years and need the total expenditures more than the $1 lakh, definitely joint scholarship with these colleges will be the part and will going exceed the amount will be going through cover such type of the scholarship also. That one thing, exceptional things we have to be aware about this one. Now, as applications, there are the 7 points which we mentioned. Everything is online. There is no need to discuss how they will going to apply. Mostly the February and March is the deadline for the Indian students to apply for the Inlaks Foundation. You need the SOP is clearly mentioned the statement of the purpose, and you need the 2 referee, and 2 referee is definitely from the academic background, in which college, maybe it is a professor, maybe it is the your teachers, and 1 professional reference if they are needed, and name which is mentioned. The selection committee will going to have interaction with your referral and your academic performance, your extracurricular activities, and your inclinations towards the fine art and architectures. Total environmental concern regarding the conservation is the part of your stream. Definitely you are the most welcome for the Sivadasani or Inlaks Foundation scholarships application parts also. Next part we are going to consider what should be the selection procedure. $1 lakh US is definitely is the biggest amount, and the selection procedures is very we could say very challenging, not difficult but challenging procedure. Now he clearly is mentions the selection procedure. They have the Inlaks selection committee, independent committee, select the successful application. This is the job of this committee. Next, they will not going to consider the prospective candidate past and the present academic record, but through the interview, they will going to explore. They will going to explore his potential for the futures projects also, which is mentions in the subject-wise list also. And the candidates apply for the scholarship and art design, just as mentioned, they have the more priorities, or their interview will be assessed by the and portfolio basis also. And next point of the selection procedures, the students, number of students, deadline is the month of the February and March applications. The committee will going to review your applications. This is the most important part. After the eligible applications, the second point, you're going to have the preliminary interviews. That has definitely preliminary interviews will going to scrutinize for all your personality, your interest areas, the college you apply, your contributions, your way to interact with them, also all the parameters they will going to consider. And definitely third procedure is a final in-person interview. Those are screened for the preliminary interview, and this is the selection procedure for the students to get the Inlaks scholarship. I feel through this video it is very essential the students who feel humanities as their background, or social sciences, or maybe the engineering, particular for the empirical college of engineering college, or other humanities like the mathematics and also science. Inlaks Foundation Scholarship is really big amount. At the same time, it is very challenging. In order to apply for such type of the scholarship, students must be aware about the eligibility criteria right now. Though you want to take the admission after 4 to 5 years, but definitely it is your concern. Yes, my CGPA, my GPA must be within that range. What are the eligibility criteria? Which stream should be considered if you want to MS in mathematics? Definitely, Inlaks Foundation Scholarship is the best choice to apply for. Hopefully, such type of the video is the part of this journey towards the abroad study. I believe you enjoyed this journey, and the scholarship, if you get it, it is definitely, it is the potential you could explore in a large extent.